Hello and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. We're here today to do a twin flame energy update on the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So we have decks that mirror one another, and we're going to be pulling past, present, and future energies for both divine feminine and the divine masculine. So we're going to put the divine masculine on this side, and the divine feminine will be on this side. Just so you know, we'll use those as visual markers. Okay, so we're beginning with John Holland's Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And so if there are any zodiac signs that come through, I will mention those, but we're more looking at the energy of the twin flame unions, okay? The twins are an energy that comes up through many soul lessons, okay? Everybody has a twin flame. Everybody's not going to incarnate on earth at the same time in the same type of physicality as their twin flame energy. Some of y'all twin flames going to be in spirit, only in spirit. I do feel like we're focusing more here on those of you who know that you have a twin flame here on the physical plane during this 3D experience of this lifetime for you at this current time of your finding this reading. Now, these messages on this channel are always timeless, so some of you will find immediate resonance with them when you find them, and for others of you, you'll find this way later and you'll still find your resonance then, okay? So it just depends on when spirit guides you to these messages, okay? Now, on this side, we're going to do the same deck, but for the feminine, the divine feminine energies, please. What's going on with the divine feminine's energies for past, present, and future in regards to the twin flame union, please, and thank you. Oh. Let's see what we have. The divine feminine. Past, present, and future energies for the divine feminine. Now, the twin flame journey, ultimately what you need to know, I'm being reminded of this fact and that I've channeled and to share it with you here. You are your own true twin, okay? So if you think you're going to get something from your other twin flame that you can't get on your own, you're absolutely, that's a falsehood right there, you know, honey. The twin flame journey is a journey of self-evolution through the mirroring that's done within the confines of a relationship with another, okay? So it's not that you need a twin flame, and many people who have a twin flame will choose to continue their 3D experience on their own without their twin involved due to, some big differences that come up in these connections. So what we're going to do is get a word of clarity before we flip these cards and clarify them. Thank you. Listen, Linda, honey, listen. So somebody's name is Linda, but it's time to listen. Coming up, the bottom of the deck here is psychic. Is it? Yes, that's another marker of these twin flame connections is there could be a lot of telepathic connection. And some of you, again, we are talking about ones who are here on the 3D. Your initial connection with your twin will be psychic. You will sense their spirit before you see their body ever, you know. So some of you are feeling this energy because you've been having this spiritual connection, okay? So we're going to pull a Journey of Love card for your guidance for the viewer, and we'll leave it till the end to read it, but let's go ahead and just pull one of those for you now. What is the guidance, the closing message for this reading? And then we'll get into the message. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to put that at the bottom, and we'll read that when we get through. Okay. So on the side of the divine feminine, in your past energy, you have the clarity of belief. So the truth coming through so strong, you can't deny it. You can pretend like you can't see it, but the truth is there. And some of y'all choose to, I see set the divine, some of y'all were in union and you chose to set the divine masculine free for transformation. Why? Because you learned some lessons. The spiritual teacher came through with the Hierophant energy at the bottom of the deck, and it's in reverse. It's like you've learned some life lessons, important life lessons that influence how you chose to move forward here. And you chose to move forward in the energy of, well, this is my truth, and you had to honor your truth. Okay. So let's see. Hold on. I got to give 3 more shuffles to this deck, and then we'll just take them as they fall out of my palm. And there are reversals in this deck as well. Okay. So yeah, in the recent past, Divine Feminine, you had an epiphany, you had clarity, you had an awareness of what you believe to be true, and you let loose something for the point of transforming for yourself. Okay, so let's see. Clarity of belief. Why is this card here? Please clarify why is clarity of belief here in the past for our Divine Feminine energy. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wow. The Ace of Swords flew out. Yeah, baby. You gave some. I heard the axe. Somebody got the axe because of the truth. Came clear. The Death card in reverse. Yeah. Oh, somebody chose to let go of their twin for real, and be done with it. The Four of Pentacles in reserve. Pull back your energy. And focus on your own heart. You know, this was very heart healing for you. Yeah, let's look at the Divine Masculine in the past. Manifest in reverse. Okay, so the Manifest card is like the Magician energy, right? But when it shows up in reverse, this is no wonder the truth comes out over there, because this can be a very manipulative and deceptive energy. Somebody trying to do something but not being upfront about it. There's fine balance on the bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine energy. So this had to do with they needed to make some changes. Maybe they were just trying to make some change, or somebody finances played a very important role in why there was some sort of sneaky behavior going on, and Divine Feminine picked up on it. And so now here's another thing here that I'm getting. Okay, so that's one storyline for some twins. Now I got a different storyline coming through. The Divine Feminine being very out with her spirituality, with her beliefs, with her energy, right? The Divine Masculine has been very held back, very reserved with it, very secretive, even very, in the past, the Divine Masculine, this Divine Masculine is coming through is a true twin flame match as far as the spiritual level. And I feel that with this one, there was an energy of being very, just not out in the open with the powers, the abilities, and the things that they could do. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. So that's a really severe loss. Somebody had a very severe loss. What else do we have? The Last Judgment. Oh boy, I told you somebody was being sneaky. So we've gone now back to the first energy. The Last Judgment. Oh boy, and then the Queen of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so somebody here, again, somebody made a decision that resulted in some loss. They were trying to do something sneaky, they got caught, and it is what it is at this point. Judgment, now they're suffering judgment, and they're realizing how they, what is it? It's like cut off something to spite something. Cut off your face to spite your nose or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. It's trying to come through. But the point of it is, whatever they're trying to accomplish, the way they went about it worked against them in the end. So now let's look at the present energy for the feminine. Divine Feminine has success and growth, the Eight of Wands. Look at that. You chose your truth. You pulled your energy back, and now here you have that things are developing for you. You know, there's a lot of development here, a lot of growth. I feel like you're beginning to put things into motion for yourself. Clarify, why is this success and growth here? The Eight of Wands energy for the Divine Feminine in the present, please and thank you. Here we go. Six of Pentacles. Good. This is the Lord of material success. So this is getting what you deserve. You know, I have a deck, they're showing me this particular deck where it's like she's got a whole table full of goods in front of her, right? And she gets a fair price for everything that she's got to offer. So what she has is goods that are of quality, and then sometimes she even gets more than what she asked for the goods because it's such good quality. So let's see what else we have. The Temperance card, and that is my twin flame card, twin flame energy card. So this is about success coming through the true twin, which is, who did I say it was? It's you, right? You are your true twin. So this is about you creating harmony in your own life. Now that you see the truth, you know, and you're looking at the truth of the influence of the other and the experience with the other, you're honoring that. You're focused on getting what you deserve and moving in that direction. So let's see what else we have for you. The Moon in reverse. Yeah, you broke through some true. There was a lot of things that you were confusing to you that you couldn't see. You broke through those things, and you did it by owning your energy, owning your responses, owning your emotional responses, you know, and taking responsibility for how you respond, how you react. Why do I feel this way? This is my trigger, or it's your trigger. You knew it. You took responsibility for that. Claim that. Own that. That's benefited you in this. That's why you got so much growth coming in for you. Now let's look at the present with the Divine Masculine energy. Look at that. That's what's at the bottom of your deck. Okay, right? On the Divine Feminine energy is the bottom of the deck. Now the Masculine has it in the same way, in the same direction, in the present energy. So what that tells me is whatever you learned in the past while y'all were involved in whatever way, now at this time, I hear through separation, the Divine Masculine is picking up those lessons finally. It's almost like everything you said makes sense all of a sudden now. So why is this here? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Oh boy. So there they go. Back into drama, back into problems, back into challenges and conflict, difficulties. And this is arguments. This is confusion. This is disagreements. This is the Six of Swords in reverse is here pointing me back to the Five of Swords. And it's saying like, this person also can't move on. There's a person here who has been given a lot of hard lessons through a connection with you. And that's what the twin relationship will do, right? But even though that's the truth, there's the energy of somebody who doesn't know how to move on. And so it's like if they're sitting in this repetitive cycle. So I feel like in the past, you were in a repetitive cycle with this person, just going round and round. I felt like chasing your tail like a dog do, you know, trying to get this lesson. And so now that you finally got it, you're beginning to grow, but they're still stuck in that cycle of going back into the lesson, not moving forward. So let's see what else we have here. The Sun in reverse. There we go. Confirmation. Yeah, they're not seeing the truth here. They're not seeing clearly. They're not seeing under the light of the sun in this energy. What else do we have here? Yeah, this is consciousness that still needs to, there's an awakening that needs to happen here. Six of Cups now in reverse over here. And so this is like, there's somebody here who knows that like there's no chance to reconcile. There's no reconciling here. There's no going back to the past. There's somebody here who wishes they could do things differently, but it's too late for all of that. It really is. It's too late for all of that. I feel like Divine Feminine is already, you know, moving on. But let's see what's unfolding in the prediction energy here for these twins. We have Believe and Succeed. This is the Six of Swords energy, moving forward, moving on. You believe and you will move forward. So this is you moving forward. So it could be, you know, when you're with a twin and you go through separation, it can be a very difficult and uncomfortable feeling, but it feels like things are going to start feeling better. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to continue to move towards the light. You've learned some very powerful lessons. There is no obligation for you to stay with your twin. It is just one of the most intense spiritual classrooms that you could ever get involved in. And if you've had that lesson, you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And somebody says, that's a blessing. Yeah, that was a blessing, honey, because that was crash course. Get it done quick and potent, the concentrated version, so you can hurry up and move on with life. And that looks like exactly what you're doing with the Four of Wands coming through. You've got things to celebrate. You know, you've got things to celebrate. You got good things coming your way. Somebody's moving into a new house. Somebody is actually going to be meeting a mate that will come. It will be a very strong soulmate that will be very fulfilling, and this will move into marriage. Others of you are moving forward, and you're going to take this spiritual path. It's a perfected work. You're going to be seeing very clearly how you've done just as you should do in regards to this twin flame connection. What else we have for you? The Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, and this is like not allowing yourself to drop. So it's like no longer will you lower your value, your standards, or your boundaries for another person. You finally, in your future, this is a realizing that if they love me, they will never ask me to betray myself in order to keep them. As a matter of fact, if they love me, they would never ask me to betray myself, my value, my worth, my boundaries. Okay, what else? And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, yeah, a period of waiting will be over. Okay, there's a period of waiting that's coming over. You've been tending to your own garden, and so now that is bringing some things in for you. This Four of Wands are the things that are coming in for you. I feel like there's going to be 4 very powerful experiences coming your way that will be very clear indicators of the fact that you're moving forward. Let's see what we have on the prediction for the masculine energy. Share the love. That's 3 of Cups energy. Okay, so interesting. So the image, we have a heart being broken open and the light is shining through. So I feel like the divine masculine will gather the lessons from the connection that y'all share, right? And will be opening their heart. So let's clarify, why is this 3 of Cups here? Because I feel like, again, especially saying that this person in the present, they don't want to move on. I feel like even in the future, they're still in some way not wanting to move on, hoping for a reconciliation. But let's go ahead and see why is this energy here for the, thank you, divine masculine in the near future. King of Wands is, I heard, taking action. And then what else do we have? Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh boy, taking action, but not sure if you're going to reciprocate. Okay, not sure if you're going to welcome them back, or they're maybe afraid that you're gonna beat them out. Oh, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. Oh boy, yeah. So I feel like for some of you, your divine masculine is finally going to find their courage to move on. They will open their heart. They will have learned some very important lessons here. So they'll open their heart, but you know, it's not, I don't feel like it's going to be to you, because I feel like when they think about coming back to you, there's this lackluster. I hear the word lackluster, that you could be feeling lackluster towards them. It's like the passion's died, you know. Whatever passion you had in this connection, they can feel that it's over. They can feel that dissonance, that separation, and that heartbreaking really is something that needed to happen. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse at the bottom for the divine masculine. For the feminine, we have at the bottom the Emperor in reverse. Yes, this is looking like twins that are going into some real separation energy. So to close out our reading, we had at the Journey of Love deck, we had Fire and Ice. Okay, it's card number 37. Somebody's 37 years old. But 3 is about creation, and 7 is about spiritual wholeness. So I feel like, you know, first off, the intuition been speaking through this whole thing with listen and psychic here. It's like somebody just knew they had to break through this energy. There's a lot of in twin flame connections, because what they do is dredge up all the dross from the bottom of your soul and have you look at it in another. There's often a very toxic feeling to these connections. And so somebody here is really understanding that it's a need to break free from these types of connections. Fire and ice, you know, they don't sit well together. They work against one another. You put enough ice on a fire, it'll eventually put that fire out. or the fire will eventually melt the ice, right? It's interesting because at the end of the day, you're left with vapor or water. And they're showing me it's like steam, hot air, and they're showing me emotions with water. So let's see with the book. But before I do that, real quick, one more thing I want to say about the numbers 37. 3 plus 7 equals 10. This is contract complete. So whatever your life contract, your soul contract was to do this twin flame union, you have completed it. You do not have to go back. You're done. There's no more lessons to be learned there. What you've gathered and you've learned, it's like take it forward in your arsenal and let it serve you well. So let's see what card number 37 has from the book for you. It says you are learning to hold the tension of opposites, of those things that don't immediately seem to go together within your being without collapsing into confusion, judgment, or denial. There is passion and serenity, creation and destruction, new life and death emerging within you, within your relationships. Sometimes this is hard to handle. We want to make things simpler, to just let go of the conflict and complexity and choose one or the other. You are a grand enough soul to be able to withstand the rigors of depth, to go deep, to live fully, to let the divine have its way through you requires a willingness to stand at the center of the pairs of opposites and eventually know that they are connected to each other, that they exist only in relationship to each other, to breathe and simply be. If you're consciously feeling the conflict in your life, internally or externally, then you are being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient, and wait. There is nothing to fix here, just awareness to step into as divine creation continues to unfold through you. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. This oracle brings you guidance that the conflict you feel within or externally is a sign of your spiritual growth. Soon you will grow larger than the conflict, but for now, you do not need to engage in it. Simply to be present to it and allow it to work its way through you until you are strong enough to have outgrown the conflict, giving rise to a clear direction. It may seem impossible, beloved, but it is not. You are a vast being. Give yourself a chance to realize this and have patience. All is becoming, including you, according to the perfection of the divine design. This oracle brings specific guidance on any relationship matter requiring a decision. Until you have simple clarity in your heart, beyond the pushing away and pulling closer, then it is time to wait, for there is more yet to be revealed. Only when your heart speaks clearly, then you will do well to act as feels truthful for you. There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. So yeah, they gave the energy of outgrowing a conflict, right? And clarity coming in. The divine feminine got that clarity, double clarity over here with the double ace of swords energy. So that's what we have going on for this twin connection reading. Look forward to reading your comments. And thank you for all you do. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Laters.